say. I want you to know me.
On March 23rd, we met at the VA. 9 veteran women got together and shared their stories about their time prior to their service, during their service, and upon their return home. In the afternoon, a group of local high school girls came, which turned into an intergenerational conversation. The latter part of the play is a series of monologues that the girls wrote on their impressions of the women and their experiences in the military. A lot of the text from the play was lifted directly from the video interviews and the writing of the veteran women. Once we had a piece crafted, the high school students, myself and Amelia, worked together for about a month and a half. Out of that work was born the play that you're about to see.
I am very touched that people are actually thinking about women veterans, because sometimes we're really invisible. And like, I live in a home for women veterans, and sometimes we feel like people just don't know we're there. You know, as opposed to the men, there's only like 14% of us on active duty. And I'd really like to see us get more visibility, and plays like this definitely help that.
I'm Danielle Sloan. I am 15 years old and I play Peggy. I've been pretty sheltered, so this has kind of been more like, it feels more real. Like you hear about things, this is like almost experiencing it for yourself. I am proud to be a veteran, and I'm thankful to the armed forces. It felt lonely to leave the military.
A lot of people, when I talk and say, oh, I'm a veteran, and they said, you are? I said, yeah. It's like the reaction is, how is that possible?
In 1973, the Army had much more to offer women, so I joined the Army. I'd like to think that I inspired them to think that yes, women can do military occupation roles. They can do that.
And you understand that who we have in this airplane are wounded individuals that have not had any hot meals, or certainly nothing homemade in months and months.
But everything can be done medically. Everyone strapped in and tended to. That's now you reach into my bag and take out my cookie dough.
I learned from Penny that she's a very strong woman, and a lot of people can't do what she did. It was very brave of her.
She has a connection to me too, and we started emailing, and we're going to be pen pals and all that.
I served on Operation Desert Storm for 5 months. We went out on guard duty and dug huge mounds in the dirt. There, we waited for Iraqi forces to attack. I knew what to expect from my enemy. I was prepared to do my job. I was not afraid. What I feared is that one of my soldiers would come in the middle of the night and attack me. I did not know what to expect from my comrades. Those I was bound to, those who were there to support me, were those I feared the most.
I mean, these women are so spectacular, and they're just kind of become our role models, and like, you know, outside of just being like them in the military, it's like women empowering. Like, it's just like, it's empowering to be a girl at this point. Like, it's just, I feel good about myself.
These veteran women, where does their strength come from? Their strength to stand up tall in a man's world? To put their life out on a line for others? I would like to know where their strength came from to have ignited the way for our generation of girls and the generation of girls to come forever and ever.
To me,
This was more than what I thought because I got to learn about the difficulties with people's lives after they come out of the Army and the military, and it's hard to believe that these women that do so much for us are just brushed under the rug. So I am glad to be able to stand up on stage and represent these women and tell their stories as if I was one of them.
Mm.
We exist. We did exist. We are existing.
It's very moving. I brought my friend Vicky, who's the Marine, and her and I were like quiet halfway home. It was really, really moving, really great, just great.
I'm really thankful for you guys telling my story after all these years. I finally feel that somebody is listening.